She's over lactating, and
in pain, and the only way she can relieve the pain is to get him, and it's bringing them closer together as a couple. Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
He prefers it to cow's milk.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I needed.
That's really going to hamper things later on. I feel like when you're no longer lactating.
Yeah. Like, how are you going to have any cereal there, bud?
Okay, that's not what I was thinking.
Are you clapping?
No.
Are you drinking?
I can drink.
Me too. All right.
I could drink right now, and I still chose water.
Yeah. Okay. Try to make us feel bad.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I have a ride home?
That's right.
Yeah.
You are home.
Uh-huh.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, brought to you by Rachel.
For Oxford.
Of course.
Yes, Woodstock's premier indoor golf center. They've got indoor golf, but they have tons of games as well. It's a rental facility. They've got lots going on there. So we'll tell you more about that in a little bit.
ForeOxford.ca. Oh, and a shout out to Campbell Amusements.
Yes, Campbell Amusements. We have so many sponsors lately. Thank you so much. Campbell Amusements is family fun for all generations. They are a carnival operator. They've got 45 carnival rides. They've been doing this for 50 years. They're the best part of every fair. And they got lots of fairs coming up. Stratford, they're doing the Midway at Stratford, Bolton, Ilderton Fair, my favorite, as you know, and the Rockton's World Fair, Rockton World's Fair. So,
really? Rockton got the World's Fair this year.
Yeah, I don't know why
Good.
Ilderton didn't get the World's Fair.
Yeah,
I feel like it should, because it gets busier every year.
World's Fair is in Rockton. Who knew that?
They seem to get it every year somehow, too.
Yeah, I don't know how
very
they do
bizarre.
that.
Every year they get that title. Anyway, Campbell Amusements, thank you so much.
Okay, this podcast, by the way, it's kind of like the end of summer. It's sort of sad.
That's not nice.
Well, it's true.
I didn't think it was
very
that
true.
sad.
And it's now
three has-beens trying to cling on to
that's
relevance.
Right. Don't you think that's sort
true.
of sad?
Yeah,
that's right. Three
that is
has-beens.
kind of sad.
I love that. We're the three has-beens. And
the
speaking
three
of,
best has-beens that you ever could have.
And now it's time for a has-bit. Good idea, bad idea.
It's time for another good idea, bad idea.
This is right where we, search the world, looking at things. We find things and we wonder to ourselves, as three has-beens do, is this a good or a bad idea?
Yeah.
We
didn't wonder that when we decided to do the podcast. We just thought it was a good idea. There was no thought put into the bad part.
Okay. All right. A British company is in the process of putting together a perfume that smells like the Yellow Pages.
Unnecessary idea.
The Yellow Pages.
Now, for those of you who have downloaded this podcast and know how to download a podcast and know what a podcast is, the Yellow Pages was something we used to have, okay?
Yeah.
The Yellow Pages was in a book.
Yeah.
It was part of your phone book.
Yep.
And I believe, and I'm not even, I don't really remember. Didn't you go to the Yellow Pages looking for businesses?
Businesses, yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
No, it was when you thought there was too much empty space in your recycle bin, it would just fill it up.
It would just fill it up.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I still get a phone book sometimes
you?
delivered to my home.
Who's printing that?
Why is that? Why am I getting this? I think it's a local thing. I don't know.
I think that's why taxes are so high in your little town.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. It goes right in the recycle bin. I'm like, hello, we all have the internet. Nobody needs the phone book anymore. Or Yellow Pages, for that matter.
Where the hell do you live? 1985?
Well, that's what I thought. That's why it goes right into the recycling bin.
Anyway, the Yellow Pages. Would you like to smell like the Yellow Pages? Now, I'm not sure what that smells like.
Yeah, I don't.
Like an old musty book.
It's according to them.
I don't even really know what it smells like. The Yellow Pages.
According to the company making this, a timeless and familiar scent.
It's not timeless because anyone younger than us doesn't know what it smells like.
Yeah, its time has already come.
So its time is up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time is up. It's an old-timey smell.
It's been created to transport the mind and the senses back to the past. How about that? When we used to experience the joy of carrying around really heavy phone books.
The joy of that.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
If you wanted to be taken back to the past and relive some past joy, you could literally choose hundreds, thousands of other things to smell like than this.
Any other smell, pretty
point.
much.
Anyway,
what does the phone book smell like? Just like a book?
Okay, sorry.
Fresh ink on recycled paper?
I've never heard of this before. I hope I get it right. Bergamot.
Bergamot.
Bergamot and lemon, followed by the rich, woody scents of cedar, musk with sweet vanilla. That's what your Yellow Pages. And it's called, by the way, ironically, Ode to Yellow Pages. I think it's got to be a joke.
Cherished childhood memory we all have flipping through the Yellow Pages.
It's a dumb idea.
I think that the perfume's a bad idea. I could see, though, that a candle of the Yellow Pages smell might be an okay idea.
Why?
Or better than that. Because then you don't smell like it. You're just kind of having that scent around you. I don't want to
what's
smell
better? A
like
candle
an old
that smells
book.
like... You do want a candle that smells like the Yellow Pages? Or do you want a candle that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's...
I don't know.
That's
a real toss-up, Foreman.
Where's the buzzer? Where's the buzzer? Where's that buzzer? I need the buzzer.
All right.
Buzzer. All right. Okay. A bad idea. Anybody else?
Idea.
All right. What do you got?
Something else that'll make you say, ay, ay, ay. Especially if you're a Mexican congressperson.
Okay.
Oh, why?
Is it a good or bad idea to present actual corpses as evidence of alien life in an official setting like the Mexican Congress?
Oh, did they do that?
I saw this story. Yeah.
I don't know. This is new to me, so I don't know.
I saw this story.
Well, this happened last week.
Yeah.
These two little bodies apparently were recovered in 2017 in a cave in Peru. One's 700 years old. The other's 1,800 years old. These are little teeny
tiny. And they were
tiny,
found in the same cave?
Like, they're less than 2 feet tall. They have their bony little bodies. They have elongated skulls at the back, long necks, no teeth, only 3 fingers on each hand. You would swear they're little E.T. movie set dummies.
Yep. They look fake to me. They're teeny tiny little things in like coffins that they've put them in.
And they're presenting this as...
They're in glass cases.
These are dead aliens.
Yes. They're saying this is proof.
I don't know if it's proof. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, those things look fake. They look like, you're right, a movie prop. They look like E.T., exactly like E.T., only like a skeleton, but it's like cemented kind of.
Yeah.
It's like in stone now. But to me, they look like what we all think aliens look like.
Of course. Yes.
And I assume aliens don't look like that.
What do you assume aliens look like?
I think aliens look like, I don't know what aliens look like, but I think that they look completely different to what we all assume they look
something
like.
no one's even thought of.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
I think aliens look very, very similar to Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's what he's got.
I just do. I just
think like anything that Hollywood has shown us what aliens might look like is not what they look like. That's what I think.
I don't know.
If you were doing a detailed analysis.
I'm telling you right now, Steven Spielberg has been spot on in a lot of things. So I'm not certain that he's wrong.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is fake. Why were they even presenting this?
Well, there was a lot of official people loosely related to this, but like these little bodies were covered in loose sand, which if you did an archaeological dig, like you would remove all that first. He's done this before with alien corpses in 2015, but it later turned out to be the fossilized remain of a child. There's a Mexican university that did carbon dating, but they put a statement saying they just determined the age of the fossil, not what the fossil is. Okay. And there's like a former Navy pilot who did some of the testifying at the American congressional hearing earlier this summer on UFOs. He was there and said it's an unsubstantiated stunt and a huge step backwards.
Okay. Wow.
Why was this guy allowed in there? Who vetted this guy?
I don't know. And it turns out...
You know how hard it is to present to Congress?
Well,
it turns out there was to get through all those gatekeepers?
These things were dug out of a cave in 2017, and it turns out there's already a paper on them and some weird mishmash of other animal parts that were assembled by an ancient culture 1,000 years ago. And that story is actually more fascinating than the fact it might be aliens.
Okay, well...
Who mishmashed a bunch of animal parts together to make this little tiny person?
That's
weird.
The whole thing
is
weird.
Plus, each of the aliens is 1,100 years apart.
Yeah.
And they were found in the same spot? Like, no.
Yeah. I don't know who I'm not sure what my opinion on this is. Is it a good or a bad idea to do it? No, I'd say bad idea.
Yeah. Well, it's a good idea for the guy. What's he got to lose?
Why?
People think he's crazy anyway.
Well,
yeah, but if you want, I don't know if you're
bad idea.
He's in charge of aliens.
If you're wanting people to believe in this stuff, I think it's a huge step backwards.
Yeah,
I
think
so. Step backwards. So bad idea.
Bad
idea.
idea.
Okay. All right, Forman, you got one more.
Yes. Mother of 3, Rachel Bailey.
Rachel Bailey.
Okay, not me.
Is making the news.
Okay.
Why?
And I am not overselling by saying this is bad shit.
Oh.
She's a mother of 3, still breastfeeding.
Okay.
And her problem was she was over-lactating. She says, I was in so much pain and I was scared about getting an infection.
Oh.
So what do you do?
Right.
Yeah.
You immediately think, I know how to fix that problem. My husband.
What will he do for her?
We decided that my husband was going to try drinking the milk to relieve me.
Oh my God. Don't do that, Rachel.
Because guess what happens?
Why?
Guess what happens?
Why?
Her husband began to prefer his wife's milk.
Okay, wait a second. Now, wait a second.
This is so disgusting. I know, I guess technically it shouldn't be, but it really is.
Yeah, put down your breakfast, because I have questions.
Now, this is something we could have never talked about on the radio.
No, probably
Ever.
not. I need to know, is he breastfeeding?
Yes.
Okay, now
Yes.
So this woman
that paints a picture.
is breastfeeding her husband.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Okay.
now he prefers it. And
does he?
He insists he feels more energized than when he drinks cow's milk.
Oh, good for him. Does this bring them closer together, I wonder?
Yes.
God.
Does it?
She says she makes sure, and good, I know this is the first question everybody has. She makes sure her children are fed before her husband.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
All
Yes,
right.
you can have the run
That's
then.
good. Okay.
But it helps them bond. She says, I love breastfeeding him as it allows us to spend quality time together.
Yes, it does. That's fairly good quality time.
As someone who has
what are the
breastfed in the
kids
past.
and the kids and the husband all line up every day for their turn?
Yes, your turn.
Is that how that works? What?
That's so
Like,
Is that
weird.
what's
If
going
you
on?
were in pain, Rachel, if you thought you were at risk of an infection,
Yeah.
Okay.
but you were over lactating
Yeah.
and did not know what to do,
Mm.
Yes.
how many options would you consider and would you try before you ever got down to husband?
Yes.
I
have
would
no
never have
experience
gotten
here, so,
to
yeah.
husband. I would try pump first, obviously.
you
That's
would
the
think.
maybe feeding my kid more if I needed to.
Perhaps.
The pump, and then if
The
all
pump
else
again?
failed, and it would the pump again and again and again.
A different pump?
If all else failed, I would get out the cabbage leaves and dry it all up and
I see.
stop.
Okay.
Like
All
that's just
Like,
that's too much.
can we? What was the other thing? He prefers it over cow's milk now.
Yeah, and it makes him feel more energized.
I feel like they're gonna have this is gonna affect them in the future. I mean, I
think
feel like
Do
it's
you-
affecting them now, but I
do-
feel like this is gonna be
Do
This
you
is gonna have-
think?
yeah,
Do
this is
you
gonna be
think-
detrimental to their relationship.
What about the 3 kids lined
Yes!
up with him?
Yeah, do they watch this? Like, do
I-
they see? Because when
Yes,
you have to
exactly.
feed your baby, you've got to hold them a certain way. Like, does she do that for him?
All right. Look, if he's now decided that if he prefers it over
he can't
cow's milk,
prefer it.
what is he gonna? What are you gonna do now, Jackie? How are you gonna put milk on your?
That's right.
On your
Well, you'll
how
have
you-
to go
how
back
do
to cow's milk.
You can
eventually,
never
or
go
some
back.
other kind of
how do you-
milk.
how do you-
You're
once
not
you
going
feed-
to that. I mean,
How do you get the milk on your Lucky Charms every morning? What do you
not
do?
what I was thinking about when I thought this was going to affect him.
Well,
I think in the
that's what I'm thinking about.
what about when she
I need-
stops and what's
I-
he going to do? Is he going
I-
to go through withdrawal?
I
Like, what
need-
happens?
I need my Lucky Charms, and I need.
Right. And
and
I
I
need
can't-
milk.
I
too.
can't
I can't
go-
have them dry.
I can't go back to cow's milk.
No.
Besides, I need energy.
I mean,
Well, you
there's
know what they
something
say.
in there about how cows have cow milk when they're babies, and maybe humans
Yeah.
have human milk, but not as adults.
Well, they say, men tend to marry someone that resembles their mother.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Well, I think
maybe
now,
he has mommy issues.
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
that's why.
That's
got to be the explanation.
I'm just worried about my Lucky Charms, and I don't know whether it's a good or a bad idea. You think it's a bad idea, Rachel?
Yes, I think it's a disgusting idea, actually. I would not advocate that.
Bad idea.
I would say it's a problematic idea.
Problematic.
It's an interesting idea.
Once you start looking at them as a source of food,
Okay. Well, now we're done. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, and it's brought to you by Fore Oxford. We're going to tell you more about Fore Oxford in a few minutes, but also a shout out to Campbell Amusements.
Yeah, Campbell Amusements, the best part of any fall fair. And they've got lots that they're doing around here. They bring them midway to the fair, the rides and all the games. They've been doing this for 50 years, and they have lots of fairs coming up, including Stratford, September 21st, starting that day. Bolton starts September 21st. Ilderton, my favorite, starts September 29th.
Right at the end of the month, of course.
That's right. And Rockton World's Fair is their last one, starting October 5th.
Okay. The World's Fair is in Rockton again this year.
Yeah.
We
again?
Did that. Okay.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, we did that again. They've got over 45 carnival rides, midway games. They've become Canada's preeminent midway provider. These are the people. This is the reason you go to the fair.
It's true. They do fairs. They travel all through Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI. So they're all over. So now they're back in Ontario for the kind of the end of the season, all the fall fairs.
Sure.
And we're happy to have them as a sponsor here. So if you go to one of the fairs, or if you want something to do, go to one of the fairs. You can see Campbell Amusements there. And
go to the website, campbellamusements.com, because you can actually save money on ride tickets and bracelets by buying online in advance before the fair.
Smart idea.
Yeah, if you do that ahead of time. There you go. CampbellAmusements.com.
They're the people that provide. They're the reason you go to the fair, other than the fact that I don't know if you're like me. I mean, there's no fair without Campbell Amusements. But when you go to the fair, I like to people watch. And
you can people watch.
You can people watch. And thank you to Campbell Amusements for giving us some of the best people watching.
Yes, they do.
There's nothing like watching people on rides.
Yes.
nothing.
The best before and after comparisons you can imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing
I went on the swings. I know I talked about this before because I was at the Paris Fair and it was awful. I emerged off of that ride and thought, holy shit. Those are just the swings. My 10-year-old was with me. She's like, that was amazing.
Yeah, family fun. Holy shit. Anyway.
You should maybe try the carousel the next time.
Yeah, we do like the carousel too.
Maybe you should. Anyway, you're right. Forman, CampbellAmusements.com. You can buy in advance. Great idea. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman for Fore Oxford in Woodstock. We're going to tell you more about them in just a moment. This podcast, by the way, may not be as popular as Taylor Swift. But.
No.
If we ever decide to go on tour, we guarantee it'll be much easier for you to get a ticket to our show.
Yeah.
I promise you.
That's a fair promise.
I think there's no, and now we have no plans to tour, ever.
No.
But if we did, there will be no screw ups with Ticketmaster.
No, there will be no shortage of tickets. I imagine
you won't have to get a code.
No.
There's no fee that you will be paying
right.
Ticketmaster.
No need for a pre-sale, I don't think.
It's just the kind of good people that we are.
That's right.
But again, we have no plans for a tour.
Right.
Ever.
Yes.
But
we're just saying if there was, we would take care of that for you.
If there was, you would be looked after.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, I know that Costco is one of our favorite stores, all three of us, especially Forman. And Forman.
Please, start
again.
Forman's Costco rant.
Again. This goes on and on.
The only reason I'm bringing this up is because I know Forman will relate. I was at Costco recently. And
sounds like it sucks.
I've concluded that Costco.
It sucks, yes.
Well, Costco is both the best and worst of humanity.
Yes. Oh.
All
You're gonna have
wrapped
to explain the best part.
in one store every day.
Okay.
And if you work at Costco, maybe you could enlighten us, perhaps. Maybe you see this every day. Maybe you already know. I don't know.
Okay.
If you Dave, you frequent Costco every day, but I think you go in there with rose-colored glasses.
I'm not there every day.
Or every week. Sorry, I should say every week.
And every 2 weeks or something. I don't know what it is.
Every Saturday morning?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Uh-huh.
No,
if you
not
work
every.
there, you have to get some sort of sick pleasure in seeing humans suffering.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how could you stand it?
I think they're used to the busyness. I don't know. Like, it's one of those jobs everybody wants is to work at Costco. It's like
Is it?
Yeah, people.
Okay.
Those are good jobs to have.
All
so
right.
I was there recently, and I've concluded it's the best and worst. So I go into Costco, and it was busy. It was pretty.
Was it?
Of course,
How
it's
about that?
always
Why? Was it a day of the week?
It was busy, but it wasn't. It wasn't as insane busy. Like it was, so I thought, okay, there's not as many cars in the parking lot, still full, but not as full. So I thought, it'll be okay today. No, I go in and it's friggin' crazy because I go during the day. So it's me and all the seniors, all the stay-at-home moms.
Hey, let's not.
That's who's shopping in the day.
No ageism here, okay?
Okay, fine.
You want me to start picking
Actually, there's probably a lot of people who work from home now who are leaving their home office to go in the middle of the day.
You want me to start on the millennial thing again? I will.
God, that's been on end.
All right. You blame the seniors for everything.
No, it's anyway. Yes. It wasn't that super busy, but it was busy enough. So you're going down the each aisle with your big fat carts, and people are doubled up or tripled up. And my God, the dairy aisle is just a fucking nightmare every time you go down the dairy aisle. You're 3 wide, and then someone comes through on a scooter, and they don't want to wait for anybody, so they just barrel through. So then everybody's like jammed up here, and no one can move, right? So that happens for sure in the friggin' dairy aisle, and then everywhere else. I don't know what it is.
You know you're included in this, right? Like
yes, I'm in this mess.
You talk like it's all these other people.
Yeah,
but you are
one of them. I guarantee you
I'm
would.
in this mess, and I'm trying to follow the lines and be like, "Okay, I got to get behind this person." But then if it's the
only place to jam your cart in, so you can go get some fucking cheese, then you're putting it right in the middle, locked into 3 others. You will do it.
Me? No,
Wow.
I pull to the side and I make sure I
amazing.
try and move my cart out of the way. So I'm going through Costco and I'm just getting more and more overwhelmed and stressed. So I'm kind of spaced out. Like I'm just checked out because I'm so annoyed with all these people in Costco, right? Then I go through and I'm trying to find salt for the water softener that we have. So I need water softener salt. So I'm trying to load that on my cart.
Where the hell do you buy that?
At Costco.
Do you?
Of course you do.
Never heard
Fun fact, there's a shortage right now, and you can only buy 1 bag at a time.
I had no idea. I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
Water
softener salt.
Water softener salt. Wait, you do live in 1985.
No, I have a water softener because we have very hard water where we have to have water softener
idea
salt.
What that is? Okay.
Well, we have a water softener, and you have to put salt in it so that it works.
Okay.
So I'm buying it.
What do you sheltered
what do you
city?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like what? How have you never heard of that?
You pump your own water like with a hand thing? What do you
No.
do you have electricity?
Well, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
But we have a
You
generator
generate it
just
while
in
you
case
turn
we
it
don't.
on.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm getting more annoyed by the minute because they're so, you're just jammed with everybody, and going through Costco is like, it's overwhelming. I try and get in and get out. I don't want to spend more time there than I can. Then I'm trying to load the water softener salt, which is in this huge bag, right? So I'm trying, so it's heavy. So I'm trying to load it on. And all of a sudden, and I'm literally going, ugh, with the water softener salt. And there's all of a sudden a guy behind me. He's like, "Hey, do you need some help with that?"
Oh, nice.
I know.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, thank you." But I think I got it now. So that's so kind of you. Like,
did he
thank
really
you
just
so
want to
much.
steal your bag because there's a shortage and
No.
he can't get one?
No, he wasn't even getting water softener. He was in the same aisle. He saw that I was struggling, and he just offered to help.
Probably from the city. He wasn't there for the
definitely from the country.
Ah.
Country people are the ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. who are helping. Anyway,
Sure.
so I thought that is so kind of him. Like and that made my day at that moment. And then I went and checked out, still kind of in a fog because I'm just spaced out from being stressed in there. I don't know if anyone else gets like that, but that's how I deal with it internally. So then I have to go and get gas because we have a gas station now at Costco South, Dave. So I go and get gas. I go pump the gas, get back in the car, and I just drive away. And all of a sudden, I see the gas guy in the back, like waving in my rearview mirror, like, hey, and he's running after me. And I'm like thinking, what did I do? So I stop and think, I paid? Like, what happened? You have to pay before you can pump the gas.
Yeah, can't get
and
gas.
He's like, your gas tank is open. And I'm like, oh, that is so nice of you to stop me. But I was kind of horrified because I said, that's literally never happened to me before. I've never not closed it or screwed the cap on ever.
Wow.
So he was like, it's okay. It happens all the time. No problem. I'll do it back up for you. It was so nice of him. Yeah. So then I left there kind of thinking, oh, well, Costco really is the best and worst of people all at the same time. We all get our groceries and don't give one shit about anyone else. But then when something does happen, we care. And isn't that nice?
Rachel, have you ever, been in a drive-through line, driven on the highway, been to the mall, been anywhere with people?
Yeah.
You see the best and the worst of humanity pretty much.
But not all at one store.
No, but everywhere.
Well, okay, concerts.
Everywhere
kids
you
recitals.
go.
Well,
yes,
I'm just
they're
saying.
all there. Go to a movie.
A lot of times I walk with my head down and I don't notice other people, to be honest with you.
But you just can't.
Jeremy noticed everything and I noticed hardly anything.
The
Pretty
best
oblivious.
I like your analogy of the best and the worst of humanity at Costco, but I think that pretty much is basically our life. Did you not live through COVID?
No, COVID, it was worse. Nobody would have helped you in COVID. Nobody's getting close to you during COVID.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, brought to you by Woodstock's premier indoor golf and clubhouse, Fore Oxford.
Yes, thank you to Fore Oxford for being our title sponsor.
Fore.
Golf
skill
season.
levels. Yeah.
Golf season's wrapping up soon, and what are you going to do all winter?
Yeah.
You're going to go to indoor golf at Fore Oxford.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, that's right.
This is their time to shine.
Yes.
Yeah, any skill level. You don't even have to be a golfer. I mean, they do all kinds of things like paint nights and trivia and cornhole, but they have over 100 international courses for the indoor golf.
That's
I've
cool.
actually had people say to me, I think I've played the golf course you live at in Halifax, Forman.
Oh,
really?
Cool.
They've made it into one of the indoor golf courses.
That's cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, really cool.
So you can go and play. They've got games for kids too. If you don't want to do games, you can rent the whole place out if you're having some kind of event or function. And
Christmas party.
They do concerts. They do. I think I saw them doing a cornhole tournament recently.
Of course.
They've
Yeah.
got
Sure,
all kinds
why
of
not?
stuff going on.
Yeah.
And if you want to use the winter to like actually learn how to play golf, they do have in-house professional golf instructors and leagues and tournaments.
I would always say to anyone that it's a great idea to get at least one golf lesson. Very helpful.
Yeah.
I know it helped me.
Yeah. Nothing has helped me so far. Anyway,
Yet.
they've got, if you're better than me, and it can't be hard, they've got indoor golf leagues this fall. Registration is open. They've got ladies, men's, co-eds, and kids leagues. Maybe your kids are into golf or you want to get them into it. You get a 15-week world tour of some of the best courses. League members also get 20% off of their rounds each week. Also, they've got tournament schedules up. So you can do best ball tournaments or qualify for one of their stroke play events. And they've got lots of prizes, including cash prizes, if you're interested in playing that kind of stuff.
I think that's kind of neat. Oh, God. If you're not betting while you're playing golf, you're not golfing. You know what I'm saying?
How much change is jingling in your pocket right now, Dave?
There's a little bit. There's a little bit in there.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, good week so far. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So they've got lots of stuff going on. They do trivia nights, paint nights, cornhole, like I said, and you can book tee times at foreoxford.ca, F-O-R-E, oxford.ca.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, brought to you by, of course, Fore Oxford. As we just told you, this podcast by the way, was actually originally we had planned on calling it Techno Mechanicus.
Did we?
But apparently that name's already been taken.
It has it?
By whom?
Who took that name?
That's Elon Musk's third child.
Oh
God.
Of course it is.
That we didn't know about.
With
anyway.
Grimes?
Yeah. That's a really great, funny joke if you know who Techno Mechanicus is. But if you don't know...
No. Who is it?
That's why this podcast exists. Basically.
Okay.
Listen.
You'll be the hit at the next party.
That's right. Hey, have you ever heard of Techno Mechanicus?
Oh, let me get another beer first.
Sounds like a conversation I want to be stuck in.
That's right. Something happened here at home recently that's changed our life a little bit.
Okay. Changed
my 16-year-old got her driver's license.
Oh, the full deal.
Yeah, the G.
It's
whatever.
A new era for the Collinses.
That's right. The G2.
G2.
Well, she doesn't need you in the car anymore.
She does not.
She can drive herself.
She does not need me in the car anymore.
Wow.
She does not want me in the car anymore.
Of course.
Yeah,
but
of
she
course
even more so doesn't want mom in the car anymore.
Does mom get anxious in the car with her?
And never mind. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. How old were you when you guys got your
16, 16th birthday?
Yeah, on my
birthday.
Oh,
I went on my
birthday.
Right away.
Yeah. Why?
Couldn't happen sooner.
Oh, never mind. I
couldn't
know.
wait.
Well, because we have that little discussion here. I was 17 and a half before I think I was driving by the so almost 18 actually. 17 and a half. I didn't care. I live in the city. You can walk, you can take a bus. Your friend has, he's got his license. I didn't really feel like it was necessary. So I didn't
No, I was like, as soon as I was 16, I went and got my license, and then as soon as I could get my G2, I went and got my G2. And I was probably almost 17 when I got it. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't want to have to rely on my sisters to drive me around.
No.
My parents.
Okay.
Someone needed to take over my grandparents' former 1982 Toyota Crescent. It was gotta be me.
Oh my gosh. I had a 1986 Mercury Grand Marquis. That's what I had. It was a boat.
You do not.
We had a Chrysler Fifth Avenue, actually, so that also.
You guys are way ahead of what I had.
Cool.
I don't.
Oh my
gosh. The car that I had does not even exist anymore. Not that those do.
No, these don't. Yeah.
No, but this one was some British thing, and I wish I could remember, but it was a little thing that my grandfather gave to us. My grandfather gave us the car, and you wanted and we thought, oh, how wonderful. And my mom drove it for a while, and then I kind of morphed into driving it at 17. And then then I realized why my grandfather gave us the car, because it was a piece of crap. He didn't want it. Why would he want it? You guys take it.
You know what? Mine was actually
enjoy that.
My car was like super solid, but it was just really old and ugly. But it was super solid, had great bones. It had 3 seats in the front, 3 seats in the back, so 6 people could fit in there.
There you go.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Well,
it was luxury in 1986.
Oh,
I'll tell you that.
Well, that sounds like you had a limo. That's a limo.
Oh yeah, and I drove all my friends around. Everybody at school knew that was my car because it was so ugly.
Yeah, get in the limo.
But let me tell you, after driving that car, I can park anything.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, listen. So we got the license, and the license is good, and that's all. And the discussion about how old were you, because it all depends, I think, on. Now we're in the city, and she's got her license, and I'm glad that she has it this young. I was in no big rush. Now you guys were in a rush because you live in the boonies.
Yeah, when you live in the country, you're in a rush, and your parents are in a rush. Your parents don't want to have to cart you into town all the time.
No,
and
everybody gets a license and a car and get out.
And my wife spent some formative years in the boonies, same thing. You get your driver's license right away because you got to get around, and that's the way things work. So in this case, that's not necessarily true, but we're happy that she has her license because she has a job. And sometimes her job has her out a little later than we stay up, which is we don't stay up late, as you know. No, we're not late night people. So that's the positive out of all this. We're happy that she finally has the license. But now we have a new vehicle that we got specifically because we had an old SUV. We tend to we have two vehicles, so we'll get a new vehicle, but we drive the crap out of the old vehicles.
Right.
Until you can't drive them anymore. And so the old SUV was there's no way Charlotte couldn't even learn on that thing. Like, no, not a chance she's driving that thing. And she didn't have to drive it, and that's good. So we have a new vehicle. It's a little, a small car. Doesn't matter. It's white, small white car. You decide which white car you like. It's small.
You got a black truck and a white car.
I got a white car.
And a silver SUV. I know that.
Yeah, silver SUV's gone. It's long gone.
Oh, you got rid of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
We started to turn a little brownish red.
Little bit of a trade-in with that. And so we have this car. And she gets her license. And were you like this? Because I know when I first got my license, all I wanted was the car. Just give me the car. Where are you going to go with the car? I don't care.
Wherever I feel.
Oh, no, I didn't care about that. I just cared about going.
No, I just wanted to go.
Yeah.
Give me can I have the keys?
You want the freedom.
Yeah. Mom says, where are you going? I don't know.
Yeah.
When will you
That's
be
why
back?
there's so many songs about just driving just cuz.
That's right. I don't know when I'll be back. Well, you've got to be home. It's a school night. I'll be home by then.
Right.
And then,
now the good thing is, where I'm going or for how long.
I don't know where I'm going. Don't know for how long. So now on your phone, you can track them. So which is kind of neat because you can watch her driving. You can watch driving all over the place. But here's the
genius. Actually, I didn't think about that for my kids yet.
A couple of days into the new drivers, like 2, maybe 3. So she's driving a lot, and she's taking it to school. We're being very good, lenient. You can take it to school. Dad's dropping mom off and doing all this stuff. You take the car.
Wow.
We understand. We want you to have that freedom. Get to
lucky
now. There's going to be restrictions, but if you want. Because I know what it's like. You get that car, you just want to go.
Yep, that's true.
You just want to go. Well, then we run into problems. We get a text from the gas station, which is very responsible. This is very responsible. The car wasn't on empty or anything, but I think we had said something about, gas isn't cheap because she had driven around for 3 days. So then we get a text from the gas station. How do you open the gas tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have to teach someone how to pump gas.
How do you open the gas tank? And so I didn't get that text. Somebody else got it. I got the text saying, can you explain to her how to open the gas tank? Like,
hold on. Does no one in your house know how to pump gas?
Well, that's so funny because that's not true. No,
Are you the one that pumps gas for everybody else?
No, but nobody ever taught her how to. I think maybe one of her friends took her for a drive, and I think he tried to show her how to get gas. But I think at that particular point, she didn't care.
Well, Charlotte or your mom?
No.
Or Charlotte or her mom?
No. Mom knows how to get the gas. Mom is just like, you tell her how to. You deal with it.
She can't bring herself. She's
honestly
seething.
I will tell you, when we first got this car, which she is now driving, I could not figure out how to open the tank either. I couldn't figure it out either. So then it gets even better. So somehow, in her attempt to open the gas tank, she's now popped the hood.
Yeah, because you press the wrong button, and that happens.
She's got the hood open.
Yeah,
but she doesn't really know that.
No.
I think there's a light that says hood open.
Right.
But she doesn't really know what that is.
But it's slightly only up. It's only slightly
it's still locked, but just up a little bit.
It can't open all the way because it's got that latch on it, right? Sure. So we bring it home. We were out, and she gets home before us, and we see the car. We park beside, and Janice says, "The hood's up." I said, "What? The hood's up."
Yes.
I said, "How can the hood be up?"
Charlotte tried to get gas.
Charlotte tried to get gas. So let me tell you this: So I look at the thing and I tried to push it down. Well, it won't go down. You have to open it up and
unlatch it.
You have to unlatch
slam it
and put it down. One teenager and 2 very much full-grown adults, and a manual.
Oh, are you trying to? You got your fingers under there trying to find the latch?
20 minutes.
20 minutes to open the hood.
20 minutes
for
one of us to finally figure out how to open the hood.
Wow.
20 minutes.
It was already partially open. Half the work was done for you.
No, you still need to find that
the
little
button had been found.
You got to find the lever, Rachel.
How is this not the first time I'm asking? This is the second time now. Jeez, I hope your neighbors have doorbell cameras.
Yes.
Oh. And that's the best part. As you know, we're having work done at the home here. So there were 2 trucks in the driveway. We were parked on the street when we did all this.
Oh, God, of course.
Yeah. People were walking by with their dogs.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady and her dog at the tree right across from where we were going. Well, I don't understand why this won't open. What are we doing wrong? Give me that manual.
Did she stop to help you?
No.
Excuse me, sir. Do you need help with your car?
No, nobody.
A car that says Google with a giant camera on top didn't drive by, did it?
Oh, God,
no, got to be great, wouldn't it? Just letting you know that I was the one that finally figured out.
Okay, good for you. Redemption.
Don't know how proud we really should be of you.
I'm not. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman, brought to you by Fore Oxford. Forget about them.
Thank you, Fore Oxford. All the indoor leagues are starting soon, so if you want to register, you got to get to foreoxford.ca. F-O-R-E, oxford.ca.
And a shout out to Campbell Amusements. They're the people that make your fall fair fun.
They sure do.
FFF.
They bring the carnival to the fair. That's all the midway, the rides and all the games and all of that stuff. That's, the main reason for going to the fair, right?
Well, it's this weekend. This weekend in Stratford.
Yes.
And Bolton. And then in Ilderton. And then the Rockton World's Fair in October.
Yes, amazing. So if you're going to any of those fairs, Stratford, Bolton, Ilderton, Rockton, or if you're looking for something to do, go to one of those fairs. You can get cheaper prices for bracelets or ticketing on their website, Campbell Amusements, plural, campbellamusements.com is where you want to go for any early bird pricing, I should say. campbellamusements.com.
Okay, that's where to go. All right, do it. We got some feedback, and thank you for reaching out to us because we love to hear from you. So we appreciate that. Who did we hear from?
Okay, I've got one from Aaron who wrote to us last time. We read Aaron's thing last time because we said, we're coming back, or we're coming back with our podcast after a hiatus. And she said, yes, just in time for my first day of commuting to my new job. And then I said, well, she didn't reply. I asked. So she replied, and she says, oops, just listen to this week's episode. I got called out for not replying.
There we go.
She says, I'm working as a learning services coordinator with the Avon, I always say Avon Maitland District School Board. She said, your first episode back dropped on the first day of school, which was perfect because my new role has lots of driving to different schools. So thanks again for bringing such joy to my drives and lots of laugh out loud moments for sure.
Perfect.
Also, she says, please note machine gun texting. I'm in solidarity with you, Rachel, because she was machine gun texting all of that. I think this is how a lot of women's brains work as they try to keep all the things for all the people organized. And I think you're right, Aaron. Thank you very much.
See. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We have a few updates from some past episodes people commented on. Amber Cunningham says, I have a vole problem too.
I know how to help. I could help you with that.
Yes, but then she asks, does Dave make house calls to Edmonton?
Edmonton?
I have unlimited beers.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, good. I didn't even know what a vole was until you started talking about it. And to know that other people have problems blows my mind.
I can show you. I have some really fun pictures I'll send you, Rach. Okay. I will machine gun a few of them that I can send to you. Yeah. Okay. You'll know what a vole looks like. Yeah. I'm not doing Edmonton. That's
it's a little too far for you.
Well, we're coming to the end of summer, which in Edmonton means it's already snowing. So no, I'm not going. I'm not going.
It's too cold.
Yeah.
Too cold.
When I was talking about going to the hunt camp with all the boys, and
somebody that I know very well agreed wholeheartedly with your snoring and
and farting.
Yeah.
A symphony in stores and farts.
Yes.
Well, Joanne left a comment and said, I just came from a girls' cottage week, 6 hours north. There are a few similarities with Forman's.
There you go. Rachel, you've not told us that.
Well, I didn't. I mean, I wasn't there.
Have you been on a girls' weekend?
Not recently. No.
Oh.
But okay. I think when you're with someone for the whole weekend, you get to know get to know them pretty well.
Okay. She just confirmed it
There's
for us.
There's going to be a fart here and there.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Sharon says, I have to share this picture for you guys. Since listening, I have enlightened my husband on what the upside down pineapple means. And while shopping at the Southampton market, my husband had to rearrange some pillows. There's no indication. This is no indication as to our preferences, but it is a picture that is a whole bunch of pineapple pillows that she did arrange in the store upside down.
Oh, wow.
So good they were right side up, but they decided to turn them all upside down.
Good for her.
So funny.
That's fun. You really messed with a a lot of people when you did that. Yeah. That's really messing with people.
Yeah, it's, now it's the Tide box. We learned that last episode. I have an email from Bonnie. Bonnie, who says, hey guys, I'm a long-time listener. I listened to your morning show for years and years on my drive to work. And when I moved and it was out of range on the radio station, I plugged my phone into my car and streamed it to listen that way. I was sad when I realized Forman was gone. It wasn't just on a vacation. And even more sad when Dave and Rachel announced they were leaving. Having never listened to that radio station's, I've never listened to that radio station's morning show again. And have since switched to the other country station. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
No, I mean,
they do a good job. We do support the new host there.
Yeah, listen. Yes.
She says it just wasn't the same, and truth be told, nothing is. So I was thrilled when you announced this podcast. I don't think I'll ever get over how hilarious it is to hear you guys with no filter, after years of having to keep it PG on the radio. Hearing you guys swear just makes my fucking day. And she says, thanks for bringing us the podcast because I know we all missed you. As much as you keep trying to under-promise with this podcast, it's the best one I've listened to. Don't ever stop.
Well, that's
P.S. I'm still hoping for a picture of Forman riding Windsor.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever rode Windsor, Forman?
Doesn't exist. No, and I never will.
Why?
Okay. I would like to see
that. He knows you hate him, probably. That's why he'll never let you on.
Well, then he knows to keep his distance.
No, I think we need to explore this topic further.
I don't
next week?
Next on the
Windsor.
Next podcast.
Family therapy with
can
Windsor
we get Forman on Windsor?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or the other way around, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
We'll take a picture either way.
Either way, I'm happy.
I know we should end it there, but there are a couple more that I just want
to all right.
Go.
Terry says, congratulations on doing this for a year.
Thank you.
Congratulations! Exclamation mark. One of the podcasts worth listening to on a regular basis.
Oh, thank you.
Is high praise.
That is high praise.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Very high
now
praise.
Now tell all your friends so they hear about it.
There's a lot of podcasts to listen
to.
There's
a lot of podcasts.
Yes. And I want to shout out to, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it's Tekakales.
Okay.
Dockstader.
Yes.
Okay.
And it says, Forman, you remind me of my cousin, Jared Dockstader.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, buddy. And yesterday, at the time of this coming out, would have been Jared's birthday. Long-time Delaware Speedway and Grand Bed Speedway track announcer. And we love him and miss him. And
Jared was one of your best friends, and we lost him a couple years ago. So.
Yeah. That was...
that's nice that you remind her of him. That's so nice.
That's very nice.
He was such a great guy. Yeah.
In another comment, the same person says, I totally quit listening to the morning show since he's all left. Not going to lie.
Okay.
No, don't blame them.
It's not their fault.
No, it's not their fault. It was our fault. We left. We did that on purpose.
It wasn't all our fault.
Yeah. Well,
it wasn't not all three of us. Anyway, if you want to get in touch with us, you can email us anytime, daverachelforman@gmail.com. We love to get your messages.
Yeah, sure.
Just listen again to episode 1 for all that.
Yeah, you can find out more. Or maybe we could rehash it another time.
Right. Once a year.